And we're back. What's good, everybody? Another installment of what? DFS Thursdays or Daily Fantasy Super Supreme. We're just trying to get you some money, guys. We're just
That's
trying to get you some
it.
money. We trying to win some money. We play fantasy, and that's what we're trying to help y'all. That's all we're trying to do. You know the usual cast. I'm Rad.
Mike
and
D.
and Mike D. You know what I'm saying? Last week, I won a couple dollars doing this, and this week, Mike the one who won. You know what I mean? Mike the one came in. He was in the money, got some change. Got some change. So Mike, what's tell us how you did it, man. How'd your week go?
Man, I should have won a lot more. You know, luckily I came in. I told you guys. I said Josh Allen against the Dolphins. I said I'm going to the well until I come back empty. And this time I came with a river. I mean, 417 yards,
Yes, sir.
4 or 5 touchdowns. I mean, he was money. Raheem Mostert. I mean, I thought he was about to have a fantasy day. Unfortunately, he got hurt, but before he did, he gave me some points. And I think I had Chicago defense. I told y'all Daniel Jones is the white Jameis Winston. And so he's going on the Bears scored a touchdown. I had like 2 or 3 picks, making a fumble. So I just came in here and just told y'all what I thought. And actually it worked out. So I'm feeling good about this team today, Brad. So hopefully one of us is in the money again. And what I love about this is that I have no idea who your team is. You have no idea who my team is before we do this. And we just come and see how similar our teams are. So I'm looking forward to see what you did this week.
Yeah, man. This week each week I try to go different type of scheme just to see, you know what I'm saying? Last week I tried to go the bigger names. This week I tried to go towards like the people that's due. The people that's due for a big game. The people that, you know, obviously matchups. I'm never going to stray away from matchups. But I try to be like, yo, who due for a game? Who due for a game? So I'm gonna start it off. I'm gonna start off with my quarterback. My quarterback who's due for a game. Carson Wentz. It's Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Okay.
Carson Wentz against Cincinnati. They had Baker Mayfield look like he was Baker of 2 years ago last week. So I'm thinking Carson Wentz finally figured something out because people are questioning him. People saying like, yo, is he really that boy? So I'm like, there's no better time for Cincinnati to come on and you get a 300-yard game, 3-4 touchdowns. I mean, Alshon Jeffrey is coming back possibly this week, but I mean, I'm not about to say that's the reason he's gonna be better or nothing like that. But you know, to have the Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson, Goddard, Ertz, Miles Sanders is gonna be there too. The O-line may be back. This might be one of the most fully healthy games. Not fully, the most healthy game they got this season. So I'm just going Carson Wentz against Cincinnati, man. Hopefully he QB1. We'll see.
I like that. It's very similar to my pick. Actually, these guys have been compared to each other before. But I really like that pick. Cincinnati, I think that's a team that people are going to have days on. And like I said, it's one of those teams where you just need to boost your confidence. Just to remind yourself, I'm Carson Wentz. So you go in there, you beat up on the best Cincinnati team, and then you get your mojo back. So I like that.
Bro, they 0-2. Not trying to be funny. It's a must win, bro. Like, y'all gotta beat Cincinnati. Y'all better beat Cincinnati, man. The division is terrible. The division is terrible, but they better win.
But like I said, Dallas had a must-win game last week. So like I'm full aware of the must-win games. Trust me, and this is a must-win.
You can't start on 3,
and especially losing to the Eagles. I mean, losing to Cincinnati, you can't do it.
Oh man.
So my quarterback, I do not love this quarterback in real life. He had one fantasy year when he was good, one dominant game where he went off. And I went Mitchie Trubisky, man. I went with Mitchie Trubisky. Okay. Mitch Trubisky. They play Atlanta, and they're just a team right now. They're just a team right now where everybody is getting fat against Atlanta. I mean, you and I, we have multiple Dallas players on our lineup last week. And if you just had one of those receivers, you were good. If you had Zeke, you was good. I have Dak in 2 leagues. He had like 50 points. So Atlanta is a team right now that everybody eats, B. I think ain't that a lion pay the full? Everybody eat, B. And that is Atlanta Falcons right now. Everybody. So I'm going with Mitchie Trubisky because Dak went off, Russell Wilson went off, and he's similar to them. Not as talented, but he can run. He can run too. So I'm looking for some big points from Mitch, and he was cheaper than a lot of other quarterbacks. I'm hoping I get a steal here.
That's a fact, and I'm surprised Dan Quinn still got a job for real. I mean, that Dallas loss, a lot of head coaches want to make it, and that's one of the worst losses. That's probably one of the worst losses ever. That's never happened before like that, and I'm surprised he still got a job.
He has the worst loss on his resume already.
Yeah,
he lost in the Super Bowl. Like, he should have been gone. I don't know
what's going on over there. I have no idea what Dan Quinn knows, what he got, but it's crazy.
And sources tell me he got pictures, but that's sources.
We'll see. Another. So my RB1, man. My RB1 is another player who's due. He's due. I mean, he was picked he was consistent a first round, second round pick. He's playing against a defense that's been bad, and I went Kenyon Drake. I went Kenyon Drake, and the reason I said Aaron Jones just played Detroit last week, and he had a day. And I'm not saying he's good as Aaron Jones, but I'm saying they very similar, catch out the backfield, run fast guys. And Detroit defense is terrible. You know what I mean? Matt Patricia, I mean, what's good? Like, this your calling. Dan Quinn calling card, Matt Patricia, this your calling card. Defense is terrible. Arizona looking like, looking real good, like a playoff team. And I think this is Kenyon Drake Day. People drafted him in the first round. And they haven't got that first round ROI back. So I think this is the game where he get fat, man. This is the game to get fat. And I got Kenyon Drake as my RB1.
I don't know how I didn't get Drake, right? Because that's my pick. That's who I pick. It's crazy. My running back is who you pick too. But Detroit, man, I came on here, I think week 1, said Matt Patricia should be fired. Him, Adam Gase, Doug Marrone all should be fired. Doug Marrone is, holding on right now. Yeah. But Patricia should be fired. Kenyon Drake should go off. Detroit is a terrible team, and that is a great pick, right? That's a great pick.
Better, man. They got to. Or Kyler Murray just might run all the touchdowns, which is, I like Kyler, so that's fine too.
Yeah. So, but my RB1 is an RB1 who I've been down on all year into now, and that's Austin Eckler. Yeah, I've been talking about Tyrod and just the running quarterbacks with passing the ball to running backs. The numbers go down a lot when it's a running quarterback. And now Tyrod is I think, done with football. So if I'm Tyrod, I want a seat at the table for the rest of my life, and I want to be able to pass down to my children.
Bro, what? He need a Billy. I need something. I don't know. Like, that's crazy, bro. I can't even tell you how. It's just crazy, bro. It's literally just crazy. Like, I don't know if has he made a statement yet? Has he said anything about it yet?
I don't think so.
Bro, he got they saying like the best case scenario is for him not to play anymore, right? Definitely for the near future, like, he shouldn't play football. I'm like, what?
So Tyrod definitely has a lawsuit coming. That doctor already had a lot of malpractice stuff against him anyways. What? Yes, bro. When I seen his laundry list, I was like, how is he still shooting up people? But so Tyrod got a front office seat coming, but luckily for Austin Eckler, the new kid, Justin Herbert, taking over. He had a day. Well, he didn't have a day, but he did a lot better than he did week 1, which was probably expected. But he got some catches. I don't know about Josh Kelly coming over. He had 23 carries or something, but Eckler had 16. And they're playing Carolina, who is not a great team. So I'm assuming Eckler gonna have a day against them.
Nah, I agree with that. And I double dipped on him for the first 2 weeks, and I'm doing it again, Mike.
I told you, Eckler is your guy. Yo, I knew it.
I said, yo, I gotta do it. I can't not. Like he gotta have 2 touchdowns. He gotta have a 40-yard touchdown run. Something like Austin Eckler is due. He is due. Austin Eckler is due. They playing Carolina once again. Defense is terrible, bro. Josh Jacobs had a day. Leonard Fournette had a day. Everybody's having a day on these guys. Austin Eckler is going to break one for 50 or 40. He's getting in end zone 2 times this week. Book it, Austin Eckler. He top 3 in fantasy points this week, bro. And running back, bro. Austin Eckler. This is your week, bro. This is your week, man.
You convinced me more about that pick than I convinced myself. So I appreciate that. Thank you. But I'm saying, like, this is a rad pick. Like, this is rad pick.
I did it. I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, nope, this is the week, bro. I'm gonna do it. I might pick him every week, or I might not pick him again. I don't know. We'll see. This might be the last week I pick him, but it's 3 weeks in a row, Austin. You gotta get an end zone, bro. You gotta get an end zone.
Yeah, I think he is. He's gonna have a day. That's funny. So my RB2. Man, Miles Sanders. For all the reasons you talked about, Carson Wentz in Cincinnati, Miles Sanders in Cincinnati. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt were RB1s against them. They have 50 points between the two of them. So Miles Sanders got to at least get 35. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, because Chubb and Hunt is really splitting. Not carries, but Hunt get the passes. Sanders is getting all of it. So I need Sanders to go out there and have a day. Against Cincinnati is terrible. So he could have a day. He had one last week. I think big numbers for him this week. So I'm looking forward to both my running backs.
I like that. All right, I went my wide receivers. All right, my wide receivers. I don't know, bro. I think it might be a new number 1 in Pittsburgh, bro. I'm with Deontay Johnson, man.
Ooh.
I think it might be a new number 1, bro. I know Juju is the big name now, but Deontay getting the targets. He that little fast guy that's going to always seem like he always open. He might be the new number 1 for Big Ben. And you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling like. He getting all the targets. And Juju having practice again this week. They say he's still going to play. But Deontay Johnson is the one I like as the Steelers number 1 this year. And I got him. I think he had a day last week. I think he's just going to do it again, compile on that. And who they play? They got Houston, and Houston haven't looked good. You know what I mean? Bill O'Brien, one of the other coaches that's like, yo, how you still got your job, bro? So there's a lot of these coaches is how you still got your job, you know.
Mostly Patriots connections. That's why.
That's what it is, bro. But I think Big Ben loved Deontay Johnson, and I think he gonna have another good day.
Wow. So you went Deontay Johnson as a wide receiver 1. So when you click that empty spot, you say DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones. Let me type in Deontay Johnson because that's who I want. Wow, that's a pick. That's a pick. I love it. I have a similar pick to him. I mean, how much was that? You know,
5,400.
So okay, he wasn't a lot. So I have a pick similar to that, but I'll put it in my 3rd spot. So I'm curious to see who your other 2 wide receivers are. But my first wide receiver.
Very similar.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. So don't kill me, Bills fans. But come on, man. Let's be serious with ourselves. I went Cooper Kupp. I went Cooper Kupp.
I thought you were
I think
I like Cooper.
I think he's due. And I think Trey might shadow Bobby Woods.
Yeah, okay.
So if that's the case, Levi Wallace, good luck. Good luck to you, my brother, black man. That's a bad white boy right here. Cooper Kupp. I think he has a day. I think Josh Allen, if the Bills are legit a passing team, and they are going to score this many points. They only had 27 against the Jets, but Josh Allen fumbled twice in the red zone. So they could have put up 40. So if the Bills are going to be a team that's going to put up 28-plus points, the other team's going to do that too. So Jared Goff's going to pass a lot, and I mean, Bobby Woods might have a day still, but if Trey's checking him, give me Cooper Kupp for 150 in a touchdown against Levi Wallace because he's that bad.
He's terrible.
He's terrible.
He's terrible. You know, this is not a Bills podcast, but I couldn't be more happy about this game, bro. You know, you got these 2 games we got fat off, Miami and Jets, and it was like, boom. All right, now we got a team. Now we playing a team. Let's see how he is. Let's see if all this hoopla is real or it's just, you know, typical, just our division that bad. So I just love that we got Rams right now just to check on us, to check, you know, our status, our real status. We like top 6 or 7 in the power rankings. And everybody power rankers. Everybody power rankings. So yeah, I just hope it's true. Hope he come over with a good showing this week, man. But
so don't steal my take. But when we do our Soul Saturday, like I already knew I'm going to say this is the first game of the season to me. The first 2 games, I had 0 doubt in my mind. This is the first real game where I think like, yo, we might lose. So I'm excited though.
That's good. Yeah, definitely. My number 2 receiver is going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout. Both teams, defense, secondary just don't show up. But they both good teams. Well, one is a good team. One, I don't know. But I got Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett against Dallas. It's going to be a shootout. I mean, I'm thinking 35-38, something crazy like that. Russell gets Dak. It's going to be a shootout. Both defense secondaries is terrible. Tyler Lockett is the number 1. He's always end up with somehow having 10 touchdowns at the end of the season. He always catch a 40, 50-yard bomb for a touchdown. I think this is the week he do it because the Cowboys secondary is terrible. It's in Seattle. And I just think, Russell trying to get that MVP. I mean, they're going to let Russ cook, and he's going to get that MVP, another 350-yard, 400-yard game, 2-3 touchdowns through the air. I think it's going to be a shootout. Yeah, that's my wide receiver too, Tyler Lockett.
Do you think he get enough respect in fantasy?
Tyler? No. Nope. Tyler is similar to Bobby Woods. I think Bobby Woods get more respect, but Bobby Woods is a wide receiver 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a wide receiver 1 in my eyes, and people, if you got him as a wide receiver 2, that's great. I think Tyler Lockett is right in that. Like, you don't believe it. You still feel like he's a returner just playing wide receiver. Man. But every year he end up with 10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. It's like, this is what he do. This is who he is now. And Russell trusts him. You know what I mean? And he gets the target. So I think he definitely need to get more respected in fantasy for sure.
Bruh, when I tell you, right, I must say, you're really good at this. You're really good at this. Because I literally said the same thing watching. Did they play when did Seattle play? I feel like I was watching the game.
New England.
Monday night. Yeah, I was watching the game, and Tyler Lockett just kept catching the ball, and then he scored. And I was like, yo, why I'm surprised Tyler Lockett is scoring every single year. Because I think he's a return guy. I was like, oh, he's a return guy. They're going to figure him out. No, he's legit wide receiver, but for some reason, people take Odell before him. Like, Odell is not good anymore. But Odell has more fantasy status than Tyler Lockett. Yeah, maybe it's because he was a returner.
Yeah, exactly. He was drafted to be a returner, and then he just turned it around, and he figured it out. And it's like, you wait for the decline, you wait for him to become back to returner. It's like, nah. He's not like he old. He like, what, 4, 5, 6 years in the league, 5 years in the league. So this is who he is. Tyler Lockett is a good receiver, man.
And he make legit catches too. So
legit, hard catches. Every week he might get you a 40, 50-yard bomb, and it's gonna be a tough catch. And Russell throw the them deep balls. He just dropped them down. He just dropped them right down for you. And Tyler Lockett come right under them joints. So yeah.
All right, my second receiver, very similar to your receiver. Hell, it's the same game. But I went Amari Cooper for the same reasons that you just said. Literally the same reasons you just said. He had, I think, 6 catches on 9 targets for 100 yards, but he just didn't score last week. I think he's due for a touchdown. Dallas is going to have to score points. Your defense is not going to do it right now. You're going to have to score points. Dak going to have to score points. And regardless if it's garbage time, Dak is the greatest probably garbage time quarterback in the league. Or let's say fourth quarter, because once teams start playing prevent and Dak get into a rhythm, he can throw with the best. And if he throws 300 yards in the fourth quarter and they lose by 10, I don't care. You don't care. Y'all shouldn't care because Amari going to get targets. So Amari, he's due for a big game. And I think if it's a shootout, Dak versus Russie, you got Amari versus Lockett, you got Zeke and Carson. I think you due for big days from a couple of these players this week.
That's a fact. And I took a wide receiver. I had to take another wide receiver from that game. And I had one, but the rookie the one showing up.
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb is real. And I I still think that Dak is going to support 3 receivers, right? I think a Gallup is going to end up with around 1,000 yards. I think CeeDee going to get you around 900, maybe 1,000, and Amari going to do what he do. But right now, I don't want to. I got Gallup in a couple leagues in real fantasy, and he got to show me. He on my bench, man. He got to show me.
Yeah,
he got to show me because CeeDee Lamb is looking like he that guy. He playing that Randall Cobb position last year where it's underneath stuff, and he just getting open. He just being open. He really that good, and I think he gonna get a lot of targets this game. And it really just one of these 2 or 3, maybe all 3 of them. Maybe it's an all 3 game for all the Cowboys wide receiver, but I know 2 of them is gonna probably get in the end zone to have a big days, and I chose CeeDee Lamb because he's been proving it to me. And I had Michael Gallup. I thought about it. I said, nah, CeeDee Lamb is the guy. He's talented. He's probably more talented than Michael Gallup. He could do more things. So I want CeeDee Lamb. I went with the rook.
Right. Like I said, that's what I noticed last week. I think the person that won had CeeDee Lamb, and a couple people had CeeDee Lamb, and just people from offenses that's going to go off that's cheaper than the top person. Yeah. So if you get any of these wide receivers from a Dallas, whether it's CeeDee Lamb, whether it's Gallup, whether it's Cooper, if you could get CeeDee Lamb for $4,000 cheaper, bro, get that because the number is not going to be that far apart. Yeah, Dak is throwing the ball
he throw the ball for what, 35, 40 times, what you think?
Yes.
That's 10. It's really number 3. Number 3, Zeke gonna get a couple targets too. Maybe the backup tight end. But Jarwin is out, so it ain't like he's gonna be like the man in targets. It's gonna be them 3 and Zeke.
And they push the ball downfield, so it's not little dink and duck stuff. Like you getting some yards with those catches. So I like that. So similar to why you went with CeeDee. Well, a little different. I need a cheaper option that's gonna get me some points. And I've been doing this lately. I've been pairing a wide receiver with my quarterback. I did it week 1 with Diggs and Josh Allen. I sort of did it week 2, and then week 2, who did I have? What did I pair? I had Josh Allen. I didn't pair him last week because I should have paired Diggs. So this week, Mitchie Trubisky's my quarterback, but I paired him with Anthony Miller. And with Anthony Miller, I didn't have a lot of money left, but for what I had left, I love this value because they are playing. Like I said, once again, they're playing Atlanta. Everybody eats against Atlanta. So Allen Robinson probably was like 7,000. Anthony Miller was 5,500. And I think he may even have more yards than Allen Robinson. Yeah. Everybody's going to eat this game.
It's a toss-up.
It's a toss-up. Yeah. So if you could get anybody against this Atlanta team, I advise you to do it because their defense is that bad. Dan Quinn has probably lost totally control of that team. And it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. So get anybody on that Chicago offense right now against the Cowboys for sure.
I know it's crazy, man. Somehow Chicago's 2-0. That's the crazy part too. But my tight end,
Hey, later.
I don't. Nah.
You double dipping with the laters?
Right? I might have to. You know what I'm saying? They was good. They was a steal.
Yo,
dog. Must be the best now-laters ever made, dog.
Willy Wonka made them now-laters.
But I went with a tight end. If you watch our fantasy show, watch the first week of our fantasy show, my top 5 guy. My top 5, my number 5 was Tyler Higbee. I said, Tyler Higbee is going to be a top 5 tight end this year.
Your team crazy right now.
And I'm like, I had to, and it's like I'm a Bills fan, so I'm like, no, I don't want to root for Tyler Higbee to do good, but it's like I think he's gonna get a touchdown. I think they looking for him. They trying to get Tyler Higbee the ball in the red zone, and he their best option as far as Renzo target. So I got Tyler Higbee against the Bills. We based on I know both our linebackers didn't play last week, but Gesicki had a day. You know what I mean? I know McVay looked at that tape. They're gonna try to expose that middle of the field again. And Gesicki is really good. He's athletic. He's as good as Gesicki. Higbee is as good as Gesicki, if not better, as far as athleticism and can get down the field, can stretch the field down the middle. So yeah, I went Tyler Higbee as my tight end.
Bro, when I told you Tyler Higbee was my tight end for about 90% of this until I got down, like I couldn't fit him in. I couldn't fit him in, and then once I Googled, is Bills linebackers playing this week? And they said Milano and Edmonds both was at practice. So I was like, yeah. I don't want to be, I don't want to say prisoner in the moment, but the Bills got exposed. Like it was bad. It was that bad that, and I don't know if that's going to be, for things to come. If Edmonds and Milano is out, I am going and changing my team. I'm putting Tyler Higbee on it. But we're going to see. But I wanted Higbee so bad. I wanted Higbee so bad because he's going crazy right now. He's going crazy right now. But the tight end that I could afford at the time was Evan Ingram. And I think, I don't love Danny Jones, but he's going to throw it a lot. And Barkley is out. Barkley is out, and San Fran is hurt. So, yeah. And Sterling Shepard is out.
I like how you said San Fran is hurt. Like, they just all of them. Like, yeah. The whole team, it's just San Fran. You don't need to talk about no particular player. Just the roster is hurt. The roster is on IR. San Francisco roster is on IR.
San Fran. I'm telling you, if I'm Shanahan, I'm saying we got COVID and we got to shut it down for a couple of weeks because we got to figure out what's going on.
Bro, they starting D-line from last year, that great D-line, none of them are playing. 3 of them is on IR. 1 of them is still hurt. 3 of them is on IR. 1 of them is traded. Buckner got traded to Indy. They don't have none of the guys that made them the best defense. And Sherman is it's insane.
Bro, it's insane.
If Danny Dimes don't have a day, then I don't know.
It's over for him, right? It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
I don't know. It's crazy, bro.
And Evan Ingram, who is he throwing the ball to? Barkley, gone. Sterling Shepard on IR. You still got Slayton. The Giants is a bad team. Giants is a bad team. Evan Ingram is probably the best player on that offense right now. So it's time for him to really step up and have a day. If the Giants are going to beat San Fran, Evan Ingram's probably going to have a day to do it. So that's why I went Evan Ingram. So, and plus San Fran is hurt, like I said.
Well, San Fran is hurt, but I went deep sleeper here. All their running backs is hurt as well. And they got 2, and I went with Jeff Wilson Jr., right? It's been reports that he going to get most of the he going to carry the load because they still not like they're not convinced that Jared McKinnon can get the whole workload, but just because the last 2 years have been awful for him. He coming back, working back both ACLs, and he's going to be the pass down catch, but Jeff Wilson Jr. is going to be the featured guy, and the O-line still intact, and it's still Shanahan running, and last year Jeff Wilson Jr. played, he had like 3 touchdowns in the game before, like you know what I mean? Like San Fran running back somehow, some way break out and get a 50-yard run every week. Somebody do it, right? It might be Jared McKinnon or it might be Jeff Wilson Jr. this week, and you know what I mean? I took a flyer on him. I think it will pay off big because he was dirt cheap.
Not bad.
Dirt cheap. $4,000 for Jeff Wilson Jr. And he probably gonna get the most carries in the backfield for a San Francisco Shanahan offense, and that can get you 30 points by itself right there. Easy. And because the Giants once again, Giants defense is not good either. This might potentially be a shootout too. Just you know what I mean? Just a lot of scoring, no defense. You never know. We'll see. But I went Jeff Wilson Jr. as a deep sleeper, high upside. He got a super low floor, but he got a high ceiling. He can go off.
That's right. A shootout. It could be one of those shootouts where everybody's just so bad. You're just scoring points.
Just
Yeah, just score every. It's like a layup line at this point. I like that. I might actually, if depending on how I feel about my tight end, I'm okay with it right now. Depending on how I feel about my team, I might go do that play and replace who I have right now. And I went James Conner. I went James Conner at my flex because Houston is a bad team right now, man. Houston is a bad team, and I think Pittsburgh is rolling. Pittsburgh is about to be like they were 2 years ago. Where you got Deontay Johnson,
that defense crazy, man.
You got Juju. I mean, Juju went off the first week. I'm not sure. Second week, I'm not sure what happened. Deontay Johnson had the big day, but you got Connor. Like you got an offense, and Big Ben is slinging.
They got Claypool, they rookie. They really like
Claypool. Yep. So there, Pittsburgh. If you could get some of that offense, Connor, if he could get back to his 2 years ago, or like that offense similar when they had Lev Bell, when everybody is just like say everybody eating. Juju was the RB. I mean, a wide receiver one. You get back to that. There's Big Ben loves 2 wide receivers and give him the running back, and he makes stuff happen. So I'm thinking Connor had a good game last week. Houston is a bad team. I think Connor get 2 touchdowns.
I like that, man. That's a good pick. I like the Steelers. You know, I was kind of low on the Steelers. I was like, I don't know, man, because Baltimore really good. I was more high on Cleveland. Silly me. I thought
Cleveland, you did it to me again.
I thought Baker and Stefanski. I mean, they didn't have an offseason, but I still don't care because Big Ben was hurt and came back and just been balling. You know what I mean?
And he's 400 pounds.
Yeah, I thought Stefanski is gonna have Cleveland looking like, you know what I mean, looking great. You running the ball and just dominating the run and got them 2 running backs, but we'll see. But what is it? We on defense now. So
on defense,
to round it out with my defense, I went Colts. I had Colts defense with the Jets. Jets is terrible. Colts defense is better than we thought. It's better than I thought. You know what I mean? Yeah, Buckner is helping that defense along, and the Jets is terrible. Once again, it's terrible. They just bad. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. Jets are bad. They have no weapons. They're going to be the worst team in football. They're the worst team in football. Now, and I don't think it's close. I think it's because 2 things: effort, coaching, and talent. It's all 3. It's not even like Miami didn't have the talent, but their effort was A1. Their coaching was good. This coaching, like the players came out and said, "Yo, our practices is terrible. Our practices is slow." They dissing Gates talk about our practices. We ain't gonna be good in the game because our practices suck. So they talent wise, effort wise, and coaching wise, they're the worst team in football. They should not win a game, and they're terrible.
Yeah, I am crying. I know I said this. I think week 1, week 2. I said, don't be surprised if I come in here and pick whoever the Washington Redskins, Washington football team is playing. Yeah. And I'm changing that. Pick whoever the Jets is playing. I also went with the coach defense. The Jets are, bro, they are so bad. They are so bad. And they are even a real team at this point. Like last year, Miami was, they're going to go 0-16 because they purged so much of that roster. They're going to go 0-16. But they still have great coaching, and they had great effort, like you said. This Jets team has nothing that you need to be successful at anything. At anything. You got to be good. You got to try. You got to have leadership. They have none of the above. If they were a car company, they'd be government be buying them out. If they were Sears, they'd be shutting down because they are that poorly run that no matter what business they would be in, they will be closing their doors. And the fact that they can't get kicked out the league is luckily for them. If it was like soccer, they would be relegated to the lower division. So the Jets are that bad. In my survivor pool, I literally go this: who the Jets playing? I want that team. I've picked the Bills. I have picked the San Fran, and now this week I picked the Colts because whoever the Jets are playing, I just want to be a part of it. Just invite me to the party. I want to be a part of it. So the Jets are that bad. I want Colts defense too.
just a classic team where you say, can Alabama beat an NFL team or can Clemson beat an yes. This is yes. If they play this week, yes. Like, that's how bad they are. The O-line is everything is terrible. Terrible.
Saban will coach circles around Gase. I mean, it'd be the two different sports. They should be like, well, what scheme is this? I never even seen this before. That's how much Saban will outcoach Gase. That's how I will outcoach Gase. He's a terrible coach. Him, Patricia, couple of Dan Quinn, those three guys. It's pictures I heard. As rumors said, they got pictures. That's all I'm saying. I heard they got pictures.
Oh man, that's terrible. But that's it, man. That's our teams. Hopefully, you guys listen to us. Even if you don't pick, the team verbatim, but just take some information. Use, to add some players to your team. Just look out for some nice matches we brought up. But yeah, man, that's the team, man. You got last thoughts, Mike? Any deep sleepers you wanted to add, but you couldn't fit in there? Anything like that?
I really wanted Higbee. So if you could get Higbee tight end, I may even want to start there. I still don't know how to start my team. So that's something I'm really going to look into this week. Because they gave you quarterback, running back, wide receiver. No, just they give it to you in order, and I kind of just go through it and fill it in that way. But I think I need to start filling in the positions that matter more first, and then kind of just, all right, well, I'm left with, Carson Wentz as my quarterback, or I'm left with, Phillip Rivers as my quarterback. I may want to be. I think I'd rather be left with a quarterback than being left with a tight end. Because once you get left with a tight end, you get Dawson Knox, and you see how that happened for me last week.
Or you might get Jerry Reed.
Oh, you might get Jerry Reed.
Now later.
You never know. And say life is a box of chocolate, so you never know what you're gonna get with the tight end position. So I'm getting into that mode where I'm like, okay, what philosophy? Okay, just anybody that's playing the Jets, anybody that's playing Atlanta. I got that going, but now I need to know positions. Like, all right, let me fill in. I want this running back that's playing Atlanta. I want this wide receiver that's playing the Jets. So I'm still working on that. That's all. I just want to let people know we still working on our philosophy. Like you say, you picked a different philosophy for week. You got 3 different ones in a row, and I'm trying to fine tune my one that I have. So we take it in 2 different ways, but we both want money, and I'm excited to see what happens this week.
That's a fact. Also, I mean, we just did Sunday games, but it's a Thursday night game today. Tonight. I'm assuming we dropping today. And I think it's gonna be a shootout. Miami versus Jacksonville. Gardner Minshew, Fitzpatrick. You got Gesicki. I think Shark is ruled out.
Yeah,
but
he out.
It's gonna be a shootout. It's gonna be a lot of points scored. I think both defenses are not good or bad. So if you wanted to go with some players from there, I think Fitz and Gardner Minshew are 2 good quarterbacks that possibly can fit. I think Mike Gesicki is definitely a cheaper tight end that you can get. It's definitely gonna be a shootout tonight. But yeah, man, that's it though. That's it. Hopefully y'all like this journey we on, and we trying to figure out, trying to win everybody some money, trying to win us some money, win you some money, man. So thanks for tuning in.
Well, before we get out of here, let me ask you, since you mentioned the Thursday game, would you rather have Minshew mustache or Fitzpatrick beard?
Like, I thought you was like, which quarterback would I want?
No,
I gotta go beard. I can't. The mustache is weird for me.
The porn stash is no go for you.
Yeah, it's weird for me. I gotta go beard. I can't go Minshew. Minshew is cool. I'm so mad at myself because I drafted Minshew this year because I thought Minshew. I was like, it was between Minshew and Daniel Jones. I said they both gonna be on bad teams, or they gonna throw the ball garbage time. And Minshew's the one that's looking like that's gonna be the one that I thought Daniel Jones was gonna be, but it's Minshew this year. So hey, it is what it is. But it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a lot of scoring this tonight. A lot of scoring tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited for the game.
All right, man. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Another what? We gonna come up with some type of.
Yeah, we gotta call it something. We can say intro and outro. Get out of here.
But till if you got one, drop it down, man. Drop it down in the comments, man. But till next week, man. Peace.
Reality.